Assalamu alaikum dear students. My name is Wasim Ahmed and I am teaching you physics for grade 9. This is unit number 5, gravitation. Let's first have historical account regarding gravitation. The first man who came up with the idea of gravity was Isaac Newton. It was an evening of 1665 when he was trying to solve the mystery why planets revolve around the sun. Suddenly, an apple fell from a tree under which he was sitting. The idea of gravity flashed in his mind. He discovered not only the cause of falling apple, but also the cause that makes the planets to revolve around the sun and the moon around the earth. This unit deals with the concept related to gravitation. In today's lecture, we would be talking about the topics 5.1 the force of gravitation, 5.2 mass of the earth, 5.3 variation of g with altitude. Let's first talk about the force of gravitation and related law of gravitation. What is force of gravitation? On the basis of his observations, Newton concluded that the force which causes an apple to fall on the earth and the force which keeps the moon in its orbit are of the same nature. He further concluded that there exists a force due to which every body of the universe attracts every other body. He named this force the force of gravitation. He then proposed his famous law of gravitation. What is it? Everybody in this universe attracts every other body with a force which is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between their centers. Consider two bodies of mass m1 and m2. The distance between the centers of masses is d as shown in figure 5.1. Dear students, here you see two masses m1 and m2 separated by a distance d between their centers. Then, according to the law of gravitation, the gravitational force of attraction F with which the two masses m1 and m2 separated by a distance d attract each other is given by, here you see that force is directly proportional to the product of their masses. It is demonstrated by the first expression. And what is the second part of the law of gravitation? And force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between their centers. It is represented by the second expression, F is proportional to 1 by t square. Now, dear students, combining these two expressions, we get F is proportional to m1 m2 in numerator and d square in denominator. Now you know, whenever we replace the proportionality mark, we get equal sign and some constant of proportionality. Here the constant of proportionality is capital G. So dear students, this equation number 5.1, F equal G m1 m2 over d square is the mathematical form for law of gravitation. Here we have included capital G as the proportionality constant. It is called the universal constant of gravitation. Its value is same everywhere throughout the universe. In SI units, its value is 6.673 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. Now dear students, we are gonna to have law of gravitation and Newton's third law of motion. We have to compare and give the equivalence. It is to be noted that masses m1 attracts mass m2 towards it with the force F, while mass m2 attracts m1 towards it with the force of the same magnitude F but in opposite direction. If the force acting on m1 is considered as action, then the force acting on M2 will be the reaction. The action and reaction due to force of gravitation are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. This is consistent with Newton's third law of motion, which states, to every action, there is always an equal but opposite reaction. Dear students, Earth is having some intrinsic force of attraction, which is called gravitational field around the Earth, and it is always towards its center. It is shown by this figure 5.3. Now, what is gravitational field? It is assumed that a gravitational field exists all around the Earth. This field is directed towards the center of the Earth, as shown by arrows, inward arrows in figure 5.3. The gravitational field becomes weaker and weaker as we go further and further away from the Earth. In the gravitational field of the Earth, the gravitational force per unit mass is called the gravitational field strength of the Earth. Dear students, this point is to be noted, and it is, what is it? Gravitational field strength. At any place, its value is equal to the value of G at that point. Near the surface of Earth, the gravitational field strength is 10 Newton per kilogram. Now we are going to find mass of the Earth. Dear students, in this figure 5.4, you are seeing a mass M is placed on the surface of Earth, and it is at distance capital R, which is the radius of the Earth from the center of Earth. So this statement is, consider a body of mass M on the surface of the Earth as shown in figure 5.4. Let the mass of the Earth be capital M or subscript E, and the radius of the Earth be uppercase R. The distance of the body from the center of the Earth will also be equal to the radius R of the Earth. According to the law of gravitation, the gravitational force F of the Earth acting on a body is given by. Dear students, this is the same law of gravitation. F equal capital G. Two bodies are small m and capital ME, and in denominator we are having capital R square. Now, both the force with which Earth attracts a body towards its center is equal to its weight W. Therefore, F equal W equal mg. Now, combining both, that is law of gravitation and weight, we get mg equal uppercase G m me over R square. Now, lowercase m is crossed on both these two sides, and we get G equal uppercase G me over R square. And by shuffling this equation, we get me equal R square G over uppercase G. Dear students, now here ma is the mass of Earth, and it can easily be obtained just knowing the value of capital R, which is the radius of Earth, small g, which is the acceleration due to gravity, and in denominator we are having uppercase G, which is gravitational constant. Now plugging the values, value of G, value of R is 6.4 into 10 per 6 meter. Value of small g is 10 meter per square second, and uppercase G 6.673 into 10 per minus 11. Now simplifying it, we are having 6.0 into 10 per 24 kilogram. So we have found the mass of Earth as 6.0 into 10 per 24 kilogram. Let's talk about the variation of G with altitude. The equation which corresponds the value of G is given here. Lowercase g equal uppercase G me over R square. This equation shows that the value of acceleration due to gravity G depends on the radius of the Earth at its surface. The value of G is inversely proportional to the square of the radius of the Earth. But it does not remain constant, it decreases with altitude. So what we get here in figure 5.5, you see a body is lifted to a height h from the surface of Earth. Now the total distance between center of mass, center of earth and that body is uppercase R plus H. So here, dear students, consider a body of mass m at the altitude h as shown in figure 5.5. The distance of the body from the center of the earth becomes r plus h. Therefore, using equation which is given above, we get gh. Here h is in subscript, which shows the value of g at height h from the surface of earth, and it equals g me over r plus h whole square. As you see, something is being added in denominator. So we conclude that as we go above the surface of earth at height h, the value of g is decreased. Concluding the today's discussion, in this lecture we talked about three topics: the force of gravitation, mass of the earth, and variation of g with altitude. Hopefully, dear students, you have understood all this stuff, and in next slide, in next lecture, we would be talking about the exercise of the unit number 5.